After we said the first three brachas of Shemoneh Esrei, which are basically brachas hashvach, praising the greatness of Hashem, then we start the personal brachas where we ask for our needs, for our requests, which is in halacha termed bakashas strachov. Every individual asks for what he needs. And being on Shabbos or Yontif, you're not allowed to ask for personal requests because you're supposed to be happy. So that's why in Shabbos or Yontif, we don't say the middle section. The first bracha that we start for our requests is the bracha of Ata Chaynen La'adam Das. Hashem graces humans, people, Hashem graces them with wisdom, with understanding, Das. That is the first bracha that we, when we start asking Hashem for help, the first thing that we need is Das. And the Shulchan Aruch brings, and Poskim bring, why is that the first bracha? Because Moisar Ha'adam min HaBehema, the advantage of what a human has over an animal is the Das, the Bina, and the Seichel. So that's why you ask is for Das, understanding, wisdom. And if you don't have Das, you don't even have any real personal needs because you don't know where to put your focus in. So before you start asking for needs, you say, Hashem, I need to have a mindset, a focus, a wisdom, and knowing what I really need. And that is why it's the first bracha. The Machzer Kalboy also says another beautiful reason. He says, being that davening is to replace what used to be in the time of the Beis HaMikdash, used to be the avodah, the service, the karbanos, and there is hadin. There is a din about karbanos. The din is that not everybody could bring a carbon. There are certain people that are disqualified for whatever reason. For example, amongst that list is a cheresh, shaita, v'katan, somebody who is underage, or somebody who is not fully intelligent. He has issues in das, or a mute person cannot bring a carbon. So before we go to do the service of Shemoneh Esrei, which the service of Shemoneh Esrei is, as mentioned before, a replacement of the karbanos, we have to make sure that we are suitable, we are eligible to bring a carbon. And only if you have das, you could continue and go on with saying the rest of the requests. The Tur, in Or HaChaim Siman Kuf Tes Vav, he says that this bracha of Ata Chaynen La'adam Das has 17 words in it, because it's corresponding to pasuk in Chumash Shmois, Perek Chav Ches, pasuk Gimel, Va'ata Tedaber al Kol Chachmei Leiv, where it speaks about Moshe Rabbeinu telling the smart people about the Mishkan. So over there, the Klei Mishkan. So over there, it's talking about speaking to Chachmei Leiv. That pasuk has 17 words, and this bracha has 17 words. Others go on to say that not only, obviously, 17, as mentioned, is as we well know, is the gematria of toiv, of good. This is the most important thing. The best good that you could get is have chachma, have das. When you count the letters in this bracha, some say that letters come out to the number of 60. It's to correspond to 60 mesechtas and shas, that a person has to beg and plead by HaKadosh Baruch Hu that Hashem should grant us Chaynen Hadas, that we should be able to cover the 60 mesechtas and shas. Now, when we ask for this, the way it's described is also beautiful, because there's different terminologies that we use. We begin by saying Ata Chaynen La'adam Das. Hashem gives to an Adam Das. And then he says, Umulamed le'enosh bina, and he teaches understanding, which is bina, to enosh. Now, why the change of name? We know that a human has more than one name. He has Adam, Enosh, Ish, Gever. So there are many mefarshim that go on to say the difference between why in the beginning, when he speaks about Das, the bracha says Adam, refers to the man as Adam, and Bina, he refers to the man as Enish. Now, what's unique about the first bracha, being that it is the first, it doesn't begin with Baruch Atah Hashem. It starts with the words Ata Chaynen La'adam Das. The other brachas the reason why it starts with Atachain L'Adam Das is different than the rest of the brachas. The rest of the brachas, once you roll from one bracha from one request to the next request, it's called a bracha smucha lechavarta. You don't have to begin every bracha with a baruch. But because this is a new section, why would this not start with a baruch? So the Iyun Tefillah writes, being that the first three brachas in Shemoneh Esrei are birchas hashvach, where you praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So to continue the flow, we start off with a praise. Before we request something, we start off with a praise to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that Hashem is Choinen L'Adam Das. And then we ask, please give us some. Because if not, it would have to start with a baruch. And this is actually not just a statement, because this is part of the complication if a Motzei is Shabbos, whereas I'll soon mention, we add in this bracha, we add Atachain Antanu, which is Havdalah. Should you begin with the words Atachain L'Adam Das, or should you begin with the words straight Atachain Antanu? Do you have to say what you usually say, or could you just begin with the additional part of Motzei Shabbos? Now, as mentioned before, in Motzei Shabbos, we add in this bracha Havdalah. Why this bracha we add Havdalah? Because to be able to differentiate between good and bad, holy and weak, and weekly and holy and mundane, and to know, to see the differences, you need chachma, you need das. This is the perfect bracha. This is the perfect bracha to insert that bakasha. And another reason is given because you really can't ask for what you need. Back Motzei Shabbos, Motzei Yontif, back again asking for what you need unless you made Havdalah. So right in the beginning we say Havdalah. Right in the beginning of the personal request we say Havdalah, Atachain Antanu, and then you could go on with Re'enu, Re'eh, because just like you can't do Malacha before you do Havdalah, you shouldn't ask personal requests. I'll conclude with a beautiful Rashi Tevis that some Mefarshim bring about this bracha, the insert of Havdalah, that we say that you need to have chachma and bina to know what's right or what's wrong, to be separate ben kodesh l'chol ben Yisrael la'amim, and that's specifically Havdalah. So if you take the word bina, wisdom, understanding, take that word, the Rashi Tevis from that word make up what we do in Motzei Shabbos. The Beis is the Besamim, the Yud is the Yayin, the Ner, the Nun is the Ner, and the Hey is Havdalah. The Havdalah, when you do these four things, make up the word Bina, and that's why another reason why this is inserted here in Atachayin.